Was Darlene Ortiz looking at the kosher clinician? Me think so. Watch this.
They stole it from us. Sneaky little hobbitses. Wicked, crazy thirst.
So I did a show about 2 days before I saw the show by Darlene Ortiz pop up on the internet. And based on the evidence, I think that Darlene saw my show, and that's a good thing. You know, I am a licensed clinical therapist from the great state of the Union, the Tar Heel state. And basically what Darlene was talking about was something called misplaced anger, but it's really displaced aggression. Watch these clips and tell me what you think. 2 days before Darlene did her live show, and this is a compliment. And Darlene, if you did see my show, thank you for tapping in. And I hope, you know, my context on displaced aggression added nuance to your Corey situation.
So let's talk about something called misplaced or displaced anger. Whew. This is when someone is genuinely angry or hurt about something or someone, but instead of directing that anger at the real source, they unconsciously aim it somewhere safer, easier, or less risky. For example, right? Someone might feel powerless, rejected, or disrespected by a boss or coworker, a partner, children, or even life itself. But they don't feel safe expressing that anger there, so it leaks out all over the place, toward loved ones, strangers, or even themselves. The anger is real, the pain is real, but the direction is off. Understanding.
So the irony to this is that I did my show 2 days before Darlene did hers. I did mine on Friday, I believe. And I think Darlene did hers a couple of days after. It was 3 or 4 days after I did my show. And the irony to this is that Darlene just called it misplaced anger, but I called it displaced aggression. And listen, once again, it's a compliment. Many bigger YouTube channels actually watch smaller channels. Many times they don't give credit. But I'm almost 100% certain that she saw my show because the show that I did actually got a lot of impressions. And I'll show it to you guys in a minute.
You're hurt or scared. Getting angry about small things when something big is unresolved elsewhere. Or criticizing others for traits that actually mirror our own pain or insecurity. We're all carrying more than people realize, and most of us are doing the best we can with what we were taught or not taught, right? A little awareness goes a long way, so be gentle with yourself and mindful with others. When someone is consistently dissatisfied about things like cleanliness, routines, or not getting their way, the issue usually isn't the surface complaint. What's often underneath is a need for control when they feel powerless somewhere else, chronic frustration, resentment, or entitlement, anxiety that shows up as rigidity, emotional immaturity or poor coping skills, a belief that their discomfort is other people's responsibility.
So the question was, I saw this run across my feed. Someone was doing a live stream yesterday. I'm talking about this whole Coreyholcomb fiasco. And one could argue that Corey is going through an existentialist threat, but also Corey is going through an existentialist crisis. And what's happening, guys, is displaced aggression. When you do these YouTube shows and these YouTube conversations, guys, it can be very, how can I say it, somewhat deleterious to some degree, because there should be rules, codes, and also some level of ethics when they come down to doing content. The question of this conversation would be, how did we get to this point? How did we get to this point where Darlene did an excellent, and I'll say excellent expose from what I believe she saw from my YouTube channel. And I talked about something called an existentialist threat. That's what Coreyholcomb was going through. So we're going to look at how do we get here, and then we will finish that by parenting what I was talking about, the existentialist threat that led to an existentialist crisis.
You know, I haven't been working a lot of my gigs. I lost a lot of my gigs. So, by the way, thank you, TMZ. I lost another gig today. Gary, Indiana on the boat. Y'all got me good. Y'all got me good. Y'all got me good. I'm losing gigs. People are saying, Corey, the optics of that video. Yeah. Y'all got me good, TMZ. I'm about to be out here on welfare. Somebody got to explain why I ain't got nothing no more.
You're not going to be able to buy no more Hocula.
Can't buy Hocula.
Nope, because the jacket that you were looking at
I'm going to have Proclubula.
cost $1,600.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Man, I lost a gig today. When they told me this one canceled too, I was like, God damn, all right, now it's getting bad. I'm talking about, I done lost some real, you dig. All because it's certain places that are ran by the people that will listen to a TMZ. I ain't never lost no gigs before. Like, we have people saying stuff about me all the time. But when TMZ says it, oh, it must be true about this guy.
And this is what led to the alleged fallout with Corey and Darlene Ortiz that led Darlene to producing and making the video about displaced anger that I think she saw as this show was through the internet. It was pushed with impressions. This is where we think the conflict started, and she made her video. Watch this.
Tames lames. We got to turn that into a shirt. Ain't this a shirt, D? You gonna hold it up, D?
No, you can't. That's all you, brother.
Oh, you ain't gonna hold it up?
Well,
You ain't with it, D? And when I hold it up, I can't say much with the mic. You ain't gonna hold it up?
Your mic.
Oh, don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
I'll show that shirt next week.
Oh, wow. Look at this one.
No, I'll get somebody to hold it up.
Look at this one.
I'll get some.
And this led to what's considered to be a Corey crash out, or what I said earlier on my show days ago, that led to an existentialist threat that eventually led to an existentialist crisis.
Shirt next week.
Oh, wow. Look at this one.
No, I'll get somebody to hold it up.
Look at this one.
I'll get somebody to hold it up.
I'm finishing it. Look
What time is it? We ain't got enough time.
And look what I was doing.
If we had enough time, I'll get somebody to come hold it up right now.
Look how he's, but you see what I was just doing right now?
Oh, it's all
Okay.
good. Don't
Wow.
matter. I'll get somebody to hold it up.
Here we
Motherfuckers want a piece of you that they like, but they don't want the whole
Wow.
thing.
Did I just not say?
I'll
I
get
was
somebody to hold this shirt up next week. Watch.
You know what? Somebody just said something earlier that it might be. You're right.
You right.
Might be.
Might be. I don't need nobody to do shit for me. I'll
see.
get somebody
Oh
else
my
to do
God.
it. As everybody who I deal with like that.
Wow.
If you won't do it, okay, I'll get somebody else to do it.
I'm over here trying to input the things because I had to go. You don't even know what I went through to even get that.
Yeah,
So,
I bet.
okay.
Don't worry
Wow.
about it. Somebody else will hold it up next week.
See how you can't even. Wow. Okay. I guess not.
Don't do whatever. Goddamn it, somebody be doing that.
I guess not.
It don't stop.
There we go. Wow.
I'm just getting it to you. I'm telling you the
I
truth.
see. Hey, you see what I was doing? Why I said I wasn't gonna hold it? Okay.
We are about to. We gonna do the rap.
Let's do it.
Back in 5 minutes, 51.
And this is where Corey does the rap that caused a lot of consternation and made people think that he had fired Darlene.
To do it. You don't want to do it. Get another to do it.
Hey.
51, 50 in the house. You don't want to do it. Get another to do it.
Hey.
If you don't want to do it, get another to do it. If you don't want to do it, get another to do it. 5150. Turn it.
Now, remember, this was about 3 days before I did my show, and I'm going to show you guys the evidence, but I strongly believe that Darlene saw this show because it was pushed through the algorithm, and I think she got her talking point from my channel, which is a good thing.
This is when someone is genuinely angry or hurt about something or someone, but instead of directing that anger at the real source, they unconsciously aim it somewhere safer, easier, or less risky. For example, right? Someone might feel feel powerless, rejected, or disrespected by a boss or coworker, a partner, children, or even life itself. But they don't feel safe expressing that anger there, so it leaks out all over the place toward loved ones, strangers, or even themselves. The anger is real, the pain is real, but the direction is off. Understanding this helps us stop taking everything personally, and it also helps us ask better questions. Like, what is this really about? Or what might be underneath this reaction? It doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it does explain it. And that awareness gives us more emotional clarity, healthier boundaries, and a lot more compassion for ourselves and others. Here's what it often looks like. Snapping at a loved one after a bad day with the boss or work. Being irritated at strangers when you're actually grieving, you're hurt.
And this is more or less the evidence that I believe, as I said earlier in the show, provides evidence that this thing that Darlene Ortiz was talking about, this article or this element, was actually what I talked about days prior in my show, and it was displaced aggression. And the evidence has been confirmed. And during the conversation, I didn't see O'Shea having any animus towards Corey. I think O'Shea tried to be extremely balanced. But there's some displaced aggression going on with Coreyholcomb, and we're going to get into it in a minute. We're going to get into it from a psychological perspective, the ethics of being on YouTube, how you should move and how you should respond, and who's right and who's wrong in the conversation. That's the $1 million question. I'm not going to be before you guys long, but I saw it, and Corey, man, Corey is a funny guy, man. Corey is funny. Corey right now is very erratic. Especially what he did to Darlene. That was sort of erratic in my opinion. But I get it. He's an emotional guy. He's passionate and emotional right now. And I guess he feels threatened. So there's an existentialist threat, but then sometimes that threat can lead to a crisis. And he talked often about his channel, where his channel is at, where it's going at, and his fears associated with his channel, and the impact as well, and so I get it. I get it fundamentally. I get what he's dealing with. Now, one could ask the question: is he too emotional? I don't know. I didn't see the logic of what he did to Darlene, and I didn't see necessarily the logic of what he did to O'Shea as well. I don't know all the nuance when it comes down to the lead attorney. I don't know if these allegations are true or not, so I don't. But after all of that, it appears that Corey and Darlene have made up and that they're back on the right track, and all the false rumors about Darlene being fired or leaving the 5150 show hasn't been substantiated. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Keeping It Raw with Kosher, where truth is stranger than fiction and delusion is at an all-time high. Be well. And on that note, did Darlene watch my show and get inspired based on the video? I think you guys already know the answer. You know the answer, and I think she does too.